out with me. Oh well.
Morning, everybody.
So, yes, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Here, stuck to my microphone. That's annoying as shit. Ow, it's attached. Alright, let me share some links here real quick. See if we can get some people to come hang out with us. Yeah, I wasn't going to go live until 8 o'clock.
Like another hour.
Yeah, but I forgot that I have blood work scheduled for today at 9:40.
Yeah.
I have to be there by 9:30, and so yeah, they kind of frown upon me not being on time.
Yeah.
So rather than just, I figure if we got in here and we were doing this for an hour, that's when we're just really starting to get into some things, and yeah, I didn't want to cut it short like that.
Yeah. No, I get it. I turned off my kitchen light because it was bright, and if people want to see like the new hairdo, they can't really see it with the light being so bright. Ha! I rhymed. Hey, Simba.
So you don't want to be light bright?
Yeah, I don't want to be light bright. Hi, Thomas.
Oh, what the hell did I just do? Yeah, I did. You dumbass. Good morning, Thomas. Yeah, my dumbass just erased the YouTube link that I just put in.
Good job. Morning, Dave.
Good morning, Dave. How you doing, buddy? How's life in Minnesota there, Mr. Thomas? And what's going on in Colorado, Dave? That doesn't seem right. What's going on with this now?
Hi, Simba. Thank you for getting off my colored pencils.
Well, that was very nice of them.
Yeah, I had the lid on, so I wasn't going to yell at them. Usually when I have the lid on, or lid off, is when they try, and you know how I have all that shit pointy. I don't want them to get hurt.
You'd probably only do it once.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I get it. You don't want them to hurt themselves. So, did it at least make it all the way through the first movie last night? Did anybody get to finish watching it?
Oh, yeah. And then I went to the Ten Commandment one, and I fell asleep during that one. Well, I fell asleep during Rose Red, but I woke up at the end.
That was kind of the point of the movie, was just to put something on that you guys could hopefully fall asleep to if you wanted.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I came out this morning, and yeah, this was pretty much destroyed. These guys went completely nuts.
Yeah.
It was wonderful, let me tell you.
Yeah. Nah, I woke up like at 2 or 1 or 2, one of those two. And I noticed the movie was not working. I'm like, I'm going back to bed.
Well, Katie had me up at 4:20 this morning, right around there.
Oh, for her meds?
Well, she was hurting pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I did warn her. I said, because she was, really, guys, we're going to do this today? Okay. After, I'll deal with the cats after in a second, guys and gals. I just gotta get these links shared first.
Ah, Simba. It's your claws. Hi, Simba. Come here. Good girl. Don't bite my toe. Damn it!
That's the toe biter. Whee!
Yeah, they're all like, "Mom's up. Let's bug her." And of course, I took my morning meds right before the live went on. So, yay!
Well, that's good though.
Yep.
Get them in your system. But yeah, so Katie comes in at
4:20.
4:20 this morning, and she's like, "My wrap came loose," and I'm like, "Yeah, it happens, you know." So I don't realize that like her whole bandage has come completely off.
Oh shit!
Come here, good sir. Thank you. All right, now links have been shared. We're all in here. Hopefully, more people will come say hi. Hopefully, this little shithead will stay off the table.
Probably not.
So I take the rest of the ace bandage off because it's still on. That's when I realized that, like, the whole gauze pad's gone.
Oh
It's
shit!
also when I realized that they told us the wrong care instructions because they told us that it was going to be steri strips and it was stitches. So, much bigger incision than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not familiar with that surgery.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I got her one of her pain meds out, and we're just kind of. I'm like, "Hey, you want me to put the ace bandage back on?" She's like, "Yeah, but I gotta find something to put over top of that." And so, you know how they pad stuff when they put, do this. So I start going through her used gauze and pulling it apart to see if there's any that's usable still.
Yeah.
And like that's not what we're gonna put against the actual wound. I had gotten a fresh gauze pad, no stick gauze pad to put up against the wound itself.
Yeah.
But oh God, Fluff, your feet are wet and cold.
Anyway.
Sorry. But yeah, so put the fresh gauze pad on. Found about a couple layers of the old gauze that I could put over top of that, and so just add a little bit of padding and hold it in place.
Yeah.
And then I rewrapped her, and she's like, "It's ugly, Dad." We both have naughty kitties this morning.
Sorry.
They're fine. Good morning, Cassie. Dave said almost 90 coming today, then we fall back to normal temps of 70s for the rest of the week. Very nice, Dave. I do want to look up the Ryan Hall thing here quick.
I figured the Dawn Power Wash, the spray, once I spray that, the cats stay away from the fucking area for a bit. I try not to hit them, but if it hits them and they lick it, it's not going to taste good, but it's not going to hurt them either.
Yes, good morning, my fluffers. Thomas says, lucky if it gets to the 50s today. There. Yeah, where are we at anyway? Well, I mean, I'm in my shed. I know that part at least. That's about all I know at this point.
And I just ran out of creamer, but that's okay. Still here. Just doing something.
Okay. So, has anybody been keeping up with these tariffs? This whole tariff war that's going on?
Not really.
Well, there's a lot of really misinformed people here in the States that obviously have no idea how this works. And
Obviously.
I get why they're upset because, they're having problems keeping up and yes, stuff is going to get a little more expensive for a little bit. If this works out the way I think Trump's trying to make it work out, it'll actually make it either A, to where we're paying our own people to make the shit here at home, so we don't have to pay tariffs on it. Or B, he's working the trade situation in our favor against China. He's trying to reorganize the World Trade Organization.
Yeah.
The Chinese. Morning, Fred.
Hi, Fred.
Did I miss something? Son of a... Hold on. I was trying to see something on Ryan Hall, and I must have missed Fred come in. Ain't that a head? I know I sent him a link if he wants to join. Yep, there's Fred. Morning, Fred. How you doing, buddy? I'm gonna say you're in a mood if you're not on here, because, yeah, that's usually how it works.
Yeah.
We feel your pain dealing with the assholes and idiots. Whiskers. I'm gonna ban you from the clubhouse in a second. Breathe right on time. Don't do that. Don't throw him out of the clubhouse.
Right.
Oh, man. Where you at, Fred? We are at 39 degrees. Feels like 40. No, feels like 34. Sorry. How is 40 our low when we're already at 39?
Actually, it's current.
Alright, Fluff. We gotta have a talk here, pal. Not Fluff, but Mr. Whiskers. There you go, buddy.
Take it out.
Get down. There we go. Thank you, Whiskers.
Okay. Wondering what happened, and I know what happened now, so I am good.
Wow. Thomas says I ordered 2 more radios last month for a review. They won't ship until May. Hopefully they won't try and charge me more. If they
Hope
were
not.
smart, Thomas, they'd be shipping them from a warehouse in Canada. Yeah,
Right?
I mean that's the one thing that we're all going to hate about this whole tariff situation is that yes, prices are going to go up a little bit. But it's not hitting us as hard as it is
The other people.
Chinese right now. The Chinese are the ones that are getting hit the most.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that was said by our Commerce Secretary. Oh, Fred's home. Well, welcome home, bud.
Cool.
But our Commerce Secretary said that there needs to be a global realignment to make sure that the people who are taking care of the system, aka the Chinese who just keep pumping shit out just so that they're overproducing and flooding the market.
Yeah.
Is what the problem is. And when they do that, then it causes the price and value of everything to drop. And now it's Miss Tiny up here. And so, oh, he's having breakfast at the local diner. Okay, bud. Enjoy your breakfast. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Have a cup of coffee for me, please.
Yeah, I'll be drinking black until Monday. Oh well.
So,
That happens. I'm not worried about it.
yeah. So, yes, Mr. Bissett said that there needs to be a reckoning of sorts to get things back in order and the way they should be. China is a 90% export company. They only import like 10% of their products from the rest of the world, but they flood the rest of the world with all their junk. I'm sorry, most of their junk.
It is junk, and it's filled with lead.
It's filled with Fred. Fred's been over there slinging seed all over their stuff, or what? He's like, "Ha, show you Chinese."
I don't want to know you anymore.
I hope that made Fred laugh really loud in the middle of the diner. But yeah. So one country did actually almost make a mistake here.
Oh yeah.
And they actually came out and said, "Well, why shouldn't we line ourselves with China?" And they were quickly answered with, "If you align yourself with China, you will be hit with the same tariffs as China, because China is going to use you as a proxy to try and ship products around the world under a different guise."
Yep.
I've been watching lots of videos about this over the last 3 or 4 days. And like another thing that they're trying to do is they're trying to send products over to like Canada or Mexico, have them break the pallets down, tear them all out of their packaging, and put them all into new packaging that says made in Mexico or made in Canada.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, well, first of all, you're still breaking the law. And second of all, you're screwing your clients out of profit because now they're paying for having to take care of all that. I'm pretty sure that's not going to pay well. But yeah, I mean, I think we finally got the CCP's attention though now. I just saw right before I came out here, I was watching a video that just posted, and Winnie the Pooh, who I call, that's what I call she, but he called an emergency meeting this morning over there, and he's realizing that the people are getting really upset. The people who own these textile factories and stuff that are making all this stuff are getting upset because their factories are shut down right now because all the orders have been canceled. Your everyday worker in China is pissed off right now because they have no work, and he knows that his little communist bubble could pop at any moment. All it takes is for the people to
revolt,
finally lose faith in it, and and instead of the French Revolution, we'll have a Chinese Revolution. So I'm waiting to see, cause, not to be smart, but I wouldn't mind seeing a Chinese Revolution. I don't want us involved in it. Let them figure it out on their own. But them getting away from the communist stuff would be a good thing, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Poop is all wet. Ugh. Oh wait, I have a Snapple. I might have a Snapple.
I thought you said Snap-on.
I don't need. Never mind. I'm not going there this morning. I'm behaving. I'm write it down. Snap apple. You want snap apple, Boo? We were out here yesterday, and a spider comes crawling up the thing over here. And Katie's like, kill it. And I'm like, why would I kill it? One of the boys will get it. Ooh. Meh. It's a little bit turning to wine, but not bad. Thomas says I'll have a cheese omelet, hash browns, bacon, sausage with sausage gravy over everything, Fred. Cassie said she got her first cup of coffee. Awesome. Okay, we are turning the heater off.
And tomorrow it'll be 81 here.
They knocked it down. Of course they knocked it down. Ah, no, here it is. I found it. So these are the new keychains. And this one turned out much better than the first one, but it still has some blank spots on it that I've got to figure out. So instead of powering it directly off of the laptop like I was, I'm actually plugging it into the wall to see if maybe it's a power issue. It's just not getting enough power to the laser.
Brady, no.
Keep it up. This was the first one I did, and like almost nothing showed up. So, but I'll get it worked out. Cassie says, I am off for spring break. She goes back to work on April 22nd.
Hi, Brady.
Wow, that's a 10-day break. That's pretty good.
She's got Easter in there too, so that's why.
Yeah. Very nice. Easter. I saw somebody out there trying to ruin Easter for kids.
Stop, Brady.
They were like, what's the Easter bunny got to do with Christ? I'm like, nothing.
Stop, Brady.
It's just a cute thing for kids. They have some fun, you know? Let them have their fun, just like Santa Claus. Yeah, you can have your Santa Claus thing, plus you can still believe that Christ was, you know, the birth of Christ. They can both coincide. At least in my opinion, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd say maybe I'm a giant asshole, but we already know I am, so there's no maybe there. But yeah, I'd like to, we're changing the website domain name. Bridging Pathways for a Better Life.com is just too long. People walking past are not going to catch it. It's not, you know, something that's going to stick in their head.
All right, what's the new one?
I don't know if Cal got it yet, but I think we're looking at bridgingpathways.life. It's going to be the new one. It's not going to be up for probably about a month. He's building each page individually, and then he's just going to piece them together on the domain. So that'll give us a lot more freedom to do a lot of different things with the website that we can't do with the host that we're on now. When I picked the host that we have now, it was based on basically my ability to make web pages, which is almost zero. So this was just an easy one. You went in and you could post some pictures on it and all that stuff. So, and it had a huge store, which I thought we were going to need, but we don't. So, but yeah, it served its purpose for now. And the old website, we're going to work on setting it up so that when you go to the old website, it'll automatically take you to the new website. So, yep, good times. No, sir, this is not for you, Mr. Flau. Mr. Fluff says, I don't care if it's for me or not. I'm going to come say hi. I'm going to check it out anyway. And so does Mr. Whiskers. Okay. So I was wondering how that was going to work. So now I know here. I'm going to show you how all of this goes together. Well, if a cat ever gets his ass out of the camera, I will.
If he won't, not without you getting them.
Thomas says I use Weebly. It's easy for beginners and very basic. Well, we have a professional web builder now. So he's the one that's taking care of all that stuff for us, thankfully. And he's volunteering to do it. He's not charging us anything. So we're very appreciative of that. As you know, being a growing nonprofit, everything takes money, it seems.
Yep.
You're gonna do it again, you little shit. You're the one that took Jay's wrench last week. Get up. Come on, up. Thank you.
Get off my chair, Brady.
Uh-oh.
Off my chair.
Okay, so you get a bag of rings. Like this one, but they're actually closed. And then you're going to open that up just a little bit and slide it through the hole. And you're going to bring that back together.
Kaylin just said grr in text message.
Who?
To me. Kate, your daughter.
Oh, Ryan's probably talking her ear off. Now, once I get this figured out, and actually these are going to be full-time, on somebody, after they're etched, after they're lasered, I'm going to either go over them with a clear polyurethane or a light stain, just to give it a little bit of color. I'll actually solder that ring shut, so that way you don't have to worry about it ever opening up on you.
Yep.
Because too many times you're doing something and all of a sudden you look down and your freaking keychain's missing because it came open and fell off. And then it comes with the actual...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's up?
She just said I have stitches in my elbow. So I'm letting her know that you told us.
Yeah, she's got about probably 7 or 8 stitches in her elbow, and she's freaking out about it.
It's gonna itch.
She was told it was steri strips. But anyway, that's what your keychains will look like when they're done. Well, but there will be something actually legible on them, and hopefully we will have some veterans that step up and want to let us honor them by putting either their picture or their name on the other side. So if you're a veteran and you're interested in that, or even just if you're still enlisted, we can even do that. Honor people who are in now. So,
I already gave you my pictures.
Yep, I have your pictures. I have, Dave's looking for a picture, I think he said. Chris Ohana sent me some pictures. I might do one of him. He sent me one of him and his twin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they actually got to see each other when they were overseas. So that I know that picture means a lot to him.
Oh shit! I'll actually, if I have it, well, I do have it. I'll send you the picture of my sister, dad, and I all saluting each other.
Okay.
That's actually a good one, and that means a hell of a lot to me right now.
I'm sure. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just something small. It's not, a huge thing, but it's something that hopefully will mean something to some people. That's the meaning behind it. Yeah. I'm trying, guys.
We know you are. You're doing good.
I just feel like I'm just sitting here spinning my wheels most of the time. Oh my. Sorry. Let's find some shit to get into, shall we? Where did I put my iPhone? iPhone.
Caitlin is like, I don't want to have it uncovered. I'm like, well then, have your dad fix it. That's what he's there for.
Well, yeah, she said, I felt bad waking you up at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm like, why? She's like, because you were sleeping so good. I said, Caitlin, that comes with being a parent. You do this stuff no matter whether you want to or not. Yeah, I mean, I know she's too young to remember a lot of the shit that went on. But, there were times when I would work 12 to 14-hour days, and I'd come home. I worked second shift. My shift was supposed to be 1:30 in the afternoon till 10 o'clock, or till 11 o'clock at night. It's supposed to be 4 10-hour days. But I always got suckered into going in early and working extra because they never had enough people working. And so I get home at 11:30 and Sherry meets me at the door. And I'm not complaining. Please don't think I'm complaining. I'm just talking, sharing a life experience with you. But
yeah.
Sherry meets me at the door, hands me Caitlin, and says, she's your problem now. I'm going to bed. And yeah, she had let Caitlin sit in her car seat all day and sleep. So when it came time to go to bed at night, Katie was wide awake and wouldn't let her sleep. So she was, yeah. That's why she had said that to me. So I ended up sitting up with Caitlin almost all night. And finally at 6 o'clock in the morning, when she was still not going to bed, I called my mom and I'm like, hey, I said, I have to get some sleep. I have to be back at work at 10 o'clock this morning. And Mom came and got Katie and took her. But yeah, when
I know it's hard talking about it.
I picked the wrong person, and there's lots of people out there in my position who picked the wrong person, but still have decent kids out of it, which really tears your thought process apart because, you would, in one universe, you would love to go back and just tell this person to fuck off and not talk to you before anything even happens. But no, then you know that you wouldn't have the kids that you have, you know?
Yeah.
But
That's the hard part, because it's like you have a great kid, but it's just the mom, or the other significant other was not a good person. Sorry, you're going to be looking at the fan, but um, because I got to charge my phone again, because anyway, but yeah, I get it. Um, there's, I mean, I don't have kids, but there are people I wish I never met, but I wouldn't have had the experiences that I've had now.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Um, yeah, and I wouldn't have met the people and find out who, um, basically find out who the two-faced people are and stuff like that. I wouldn't have learned that lesson. I would have stayed gullible and stuff, and now I'm learning my lessons on that, and hell, even I'm finding out people now, and they are no longer in my life. Barely talk to them.
Thomas says it'll lead forward soon, Chris. Oh, you come in to say hi, Mr. Whiskers. Whiskers is like, you seem
Mr.
sad.
Whiskers.
He says, you seem sad. You need my butt in your face now.
Right? Want my butt? Here's my butt.
Oh, now he's rubbing heads with Fluffy.
Aww.
Yes, my boy.
But yeah, as much as, like with my mom, um, I wish we had a better relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret what we had.
Yeah,
Because in the end, I
go ahead, I'm
Because
sorry.
in the end, I did take. No, you're fine. You're fine. In the end, I got to take care of her, and she actually said she was very proud of me right before she died, and like that she was very thankful for me taking care of her and stuff. And that's something I've never heard from her ever.
I'm glad you got to hear that from me.
Yeah, I mean, she was still mad. She was mad at my sister, and rightfully so. Um, but at the same time, my sister really couldn't be there because she had her own family.
I get part of that, but yeah, I don't know. If I knew
But
that my parents were that bad off, I think I would be making more weekend trips. Now, of course, I can't. I'm just saying I would think that I would do that. I'm not saying I would. I'm not putting anyone down for it. I'm just saying
no,
my
she should have.
she lost a lot of time that she could have. Her and her the grandkids could have made memories with them before they were gone. Um,
Yeah. And it's like I got to have all the memories, and now my sister has all the regret of not being there, and it's like I don't feel bad about that. That's her loss.
yeah. Thomas says all the good and bad in life make us who we are. That is very true, sir. Very true.
But it's like both of my parents, even my dad said thank you. And this was like, and I was having a conversation with him, and I said, I didn't ask to be born, and I hate that I said that, but he was the one person that I could talk to honestly about that, and he felt bad for me having to take care of him. But it's like I would rather me take care of them than have some stranger like we did have um, while I was there, because like they were supposed to give me respite, and I stayed at the house most of the time because it's like I didn't trust them, and I really didn't trust my mom with them. So that's kind of why I mostly stayed at home still, but I got to sleep in and stuff.
Yeah. So, like, that's one of the reasons that I think I can, I guess, best word would be resonate with a lot of the people in the group. Is, I went through the depression. I went through the thoughts of unaliving. I've been institutionalized myself for that. So I'm not talking to someone from the outside who has no idea what the hell they're talking about. No, I've never been to war. I will never try to pretend that I can even imagine any of that. But I'm here to listen to whoever needs to talk, because I know what it's like to not have somebody when you need them the most. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do.
When I muted myself, I had both Brady and Simba trying to look in the trash can.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so I had to yell at them to get out of it, but I should have taken a picture of it. You would have laughed your ass off. It was so funny.
The new dumpster divers are in town.
Yeah. My cats are the dumpster divers.
You can turn them into a kitty tag team
I should.
and some little trash man outfits.
Oh, shit, that's funny. I told Mike that we were live because I said good morning to him earlier before the live. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I sent him a link. He's
yeah.
been
How about
pretty
you?
busy.
Yeah. But I let him know that we were live just to give him a heads up.
Yeah, you can at least listen in, say hi,
Yeah.
and
That's
chat.
kind of that's kind of what I figured he might do. So,
But, yeah, and again, I try to find the good in everybody. I really do.
same.
Sometimes to a fault. Um, and yeah, well,
We both kind of learned our lesson on that.
everyone has limits. That's something people need to learn, that no matter how good of a person someone is, eventually they're going to reach their limit of how much bullshit they're willing to put up with.
Yeah, I'm at my limit with a few people, so.
But life goes on. We'll get through it. We'll make good things happen.
Yes, sir. And
And
yell at cats.
oh yeah, definitely. I have no idea um what the hell is your name?
Who?
Casper.
Oh,
Casper.
Casper.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell he's after, but he's after some kind of bug over here in the corner.
Simba. Brady. Get off my cloth. Alright,
And
Mr. Brady.
so what's
My bad.
everybody up to today? Anybody got any big plans?
My big plan was dyeing my hair yesterday, so that was about it.
Nice.
And that's why it's a little bit darker.
So,
Oh, and just FYI, I've had to dye for months.
so you want to hear something funny?
What?
So I did my normal messages to all the veterans and stuff, and the people I check up on. And I messaged Gravy, and I said, "Hope you are having a great Saturday." He said, "Friday?" Question mark. But yeah, he said the winds have died down and my back feels better. Hope you have a great day too. I said, don't put a laughing face. I said, it feels like Saturday. He comes back when I get you. So
Right.
I thought that was hilarious. 'Cause, yeah, it was just yesterday was a messed up day.
It was. I had actually went to bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I kept playing on my coloring app and trying to get myself to calm down and go back to bed and stuff. And couldn't get back to bed until 4. And I was supposed to go to a group and get out of the fucking trash can, Simba. Um, but I was waiting for my appointment at 12, and the women in the group that met me last week, they're like, "Were you nervous to come back this week?" I'm like, "No, I just didn't sleep." They're like, "Ah, yeah, we get that." And I told them about one person, or I was like, I didn't want to be in the group with one person, and they knew who I was talking about, and they're like, "Yeah, she's not in the group. She wasn't there today." I was like, "Good," because she's in my Monday group, and she takes over the group, and told everybody about my business, and it's like, yeah, I gotta get that stopped. So yeah. Anyway,
Thomas says he's working on the porch, painting, and new flooring, going very slow. Well, slow and steady means you get it done right the first time, Thomas, and you don't have to go back and do it again.
exactly.
Unless you're me, then
Yes.
you still fuck it up somehow, and you're like, why is that piece sideways when it's supposed to be the other direction?
Yeah. Sorry for that little rant.
You're fine. We've all been there. Um, we've all dealt with, um, sexual harassment type things. We've all dealt with bullying growing up or in the workplace. I had a guy that tried to
Yeah.
bully me once by taking in and burning. I had a bunch of recordings online on a website, and he found it, went on there, and literally burned all these recordings of me singing, and brought them in and was playing them over the radio. And he was fairly perturbed, right, when he realized that I don't give a shit. He's like, well, why don't you care? I said, dude, I said, if I cared, would I go onto a site that has thousands of people on it and sing in front of them every day? I said, would I be recording and making all this stuff public for anybody who wants to go and listen to it? I said, where in this thought process did you actually think it through that this would bother me? Well, I guess I didn't. Oh, okay. Well, have fun with it then. It got to the point that our supervisor got pissed off and told him to turn it off because he just got tired of hearing him play over and over again.
Yeah. You remember that guy that was trying to say I want your babies and stuff like that on the
Yeah.
stream?
Hmm.
Yeah. Someone I had heard that someone told me I should have uh defended myself a little bit more.
In all honesty, Jamie, and please don't take this the wrong way, I think if you would have went back at him and said, you probably don't have a good
I
enough sperm to even create a baby.
I did, but he
Did you?
kept going and I couldn't get him to stop.
I must have missed that
And
part.
that's why, yeah, and that's why I got upset with you.
So, no, I understand. And I don't take anything like that lightly. I don't. Um, so, we learn from things and move on. That's all we can do.
Yeah, and to that person that said that, they can go fuck off, because I did try to defend myself, and it didn't work.
Well, had I caught it, I would have said stuff too, but I didn't catch it in time. But, oh my. I can't find my damn iPhone. It's in my pocket, that's why. I actually put it where it belongs, that's why I can't find the damn thing. Some days. Oh. Happy history. Here we go. Courtesy of JD from History Underground. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, America's longest-serving president, died on this day in 1945, just weeks before the end of the war in Europe. You can see our visit to the place where he died in Warm Spring, Georgia, way back on episode 91 of History Traveler. Oh my. If you're not familiar with JD, he's a good dude. Does a lot of really good history stuff. They took a bunch of probably the last group ever that will visit the battlefields that were there for World War II. They just took a bunch of them over and toured the battlefields. They had a parade in their honor. Yeah, so that's all on his page. He actually works with the Gettysburg Museum of History over here, so.
Cool.
Infrastructures have a patriot protecting them.
That's not what I wanted to do. Dang nabbit.
Hey, Skittles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is something else I want to talk about because, yeah, there was a really, really stupid take on the stabbing of the young football player in Texas that happened. And I do want to address it because it's somebody that I watch and that I had respect for, but now I think he's just a fucking idiot. And that would be Tim Pool. Tim Pool had by far probably the dumbest defense of the kid who stabbed that I had heard from anyone else. And that was that Tim thinks that the kid had the right to defend himself, even though he was in the wrong place. He was asked to leave numerous times, and he had put himself in a confrontational place with a weapon. Yeah, for anybody to be able to defend that or attempt to defend that, you're a fucking moron. And I hope to God sometime nobody steps on your property and you say, hey, you need to leave. And when they get confrontational, they pull out a weapon and end you, and you're going, maybe I shouldn't have had that stupid thought and stance about when that happened to somebody else. Because maybe sorry, I'm just pissed off about it.
Fine. A lot of people are saying the black kid was trying to defend himself, and he wasn't. He murdered. I shouldn't say that. He offed somebody on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he was told to move, and they're trying to say he was being bullied, and it's like, it's not what his twin was saying.
There's video. I remember saying that on the video the last time we had a show. I said I bet there's video going to come out of this because I guarantee you that nobody didn't pull out a phone and start recording when all this shit started happening.
Yeah.
And the police came out and have now confirmed that there is video and that they have. So
Good.
we will see where that leads. But from what I'm hearing from the police report that came out that people have gotten a hold of, it is not looking good for Mr. Carmelo Anthony. It bugs me that the father of the victim is trying to downplay everything. He's like, yeah, the kid made a mistake, but he doesn't think he should pay for the rest of his life with it. Well,
your kid is gone because of him.
And this is what's wrong with Christianity at this point. Yes, we are supposed to forgive. That does not mean that we do not defend, we do not get justice. Too many people pick and choose little verses out of the Bible without taking complete context into their thought process.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not judge. Okay, that's one verse out of the entire chapter. If you go on to read the rest of the chapter, it says, for how can you judge someone else for the speck that they have in their eye while you yourself have a log in your eye blocking how you see yourself and the sins that you're taking part in? That's all it's saying. It's telling you not to be a hypocrite. Don't judge somebody else for the same thing that you're doing. But yes, we are supposed to judge, discern. We are supposed to make sure that we do not follow bad leaders.
Yep.
People who are out here giving false testimony. You're supposed to call them out to protect the rest of the flock from following them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. Are you alright?
Yeah, my leg fell asleep again.
Don't. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, but at least I'm not walking on it like I was last night.
At least you didn't fall face first into a door like some other idiot,
Right.
Anne said, "Good morning,
I
everyone."
saw. No,
There's the
that's
link.
right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's the link to what?
There's the link to JD's channel, The History Underground.
Oh, okay.
If you like history, he goes into all kinds of history. It's not just like one specific thing. He goes all over the world and goes into it. So he's really good.
That's
Um,
good.
so I suggest him if you have time. And says spent hours digging up my bamboo and bamboo grass yesterday, and still
Cool.
have to decide where to plant it. Hopefully today. Well, awesome. I bet
Cool.
it felt good to be out and getting dirty. It's always nice when you get to do that. Ground yourself in the dirt.
Yep.
People don't realize how badly we need to do that. That's something that our body needs. Um, you know, when you get a chance, go outside in just your bare feet, find some grass, and make sure it's safe to walk in first, barefooted. You don't want to walk barefooted in a lot that has high grass and you can't see the bottom, and you end up stepping on a bunch of shit that hurts you.
Yeah,
So,
like glass.
glass, razor blades, needles, depending on where you're at.
Oh, yeah, true.
People suck.
And if you're in San Francisco, that
Watch out for piles of shit.
too.
Oh, speaking of piles of shit,
Oh, shit.
isn't it amazing how, speaking of something as easy as shit, make something pop in your head?
Yeah.
In our Columbia, I told you the reason why I call it Columbia here.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to give you a reason, and you'll understand why I call it Columbia. The RRTA, the Red Rose Transit Authority, who is owned by a bigger transportation company, decided that the city council actually got a hold of them and asked them, "All right, Thomas, have a great day, bud. Stay blessed and be safe. We'll talk to you later."
Bye, Thomas.
Thomas is off to get started. Okay, so yeah, the city council and police got a hold of the bus company and asked them to move the bus shelter, to remove it, so that they can't pick people up in this part of the town anymore, because apparently someone thought that would be a good place to go and take a shit. Not once, but many times. And apparently it has something to do with they've had violence and stuff going on there, and yeah, it's crazy.
Sounds it.
Yeah, Cassie, good call. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that with fire ants.
fire ants suck.
Yes, they do. Hi, or Skittles.
Yes, completely agree with this. As soon as it comes into view there.
Yes. Yes, we do need that.
MAGA, make asylums great again. Still goes with MAGA, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you got the crazy people off the streets, you wouldn't have as much of this shit spreading like it is now.
Yeah.
Because apparently
Skittles.
crazy likes company.
Yep, and so does Misery. Misery loves company.
And says, I've been going out and sitting on the ground, love doing, and have to repair chicken wire fence around my small garden area. Yeah, animals are really good at messing up chicken wire fencing.
Skittles. Skitters. Come here, Skittles. Asshole. Hi, Simba.
Good God. Oregon Mental Health Advisory Board takes DEI too far. Elect effing turtle. So from Clown World, according to the New York Post, Oregon Mental Health Advisory Board includes member who identifies as terrapin species.
The fuck is that?
Turtle.
Oh.
She does kind of.
Fucking
She does
shit.
kind of look like a turtle, though, doesn't she?
Yeah. She's fucking gross.
That's hilarious. Let's see who gets
Oh
that.
God.
Let's
I
see
know
who
what that is.
that one. Well, do you understand the what movie it's from?
Yep.
That's hilarious. It's Rachel. Oh shit, what's this? The Nevada National Guard are denied their 4th and 6th Amendment rights. A right to court-martial should be available to everyone in the military. Lisa Krasner for Nevada is fighting to right this wrong, and the National Guard is pushing back? Wow. That is crazy.
So what, the National Guard doesn't have their right and the National Guard doesn't want that?
Well, now it's talking about, it says here, already it's caused, and this is going to get kind of graphic and could upset people. So I'll be as careful with my words as I can to not, but it says it's already caused 1 loss of life. Sergeant First Class Allison Bailey was SA'd, and rather than prosecute the offender, they went after her for having adult relations with a subordinate. She had no right to face her accuser. Administrative process are not due process. Yeah. That's wrong.
It's the entire military, not just that unit. They'll get you if you're doing it, or if someone higher than you is doing it to you because, oh, you're not supposed to do that. And then the subordinate does it to you. Oh, you're higher ranking, you're supposed to do it. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's like it happens, and it's skyrocketing.
I'm sharing the post on X, and I'm going to read out what I'm writing so you all can hear it. I said, this is a culture that I hear about way too much.
The victims get in trouble more than the perpetrators.
Victim shaming and conviction is completely wrong. And we are going to at Mr. Hexeth in this. I'll show you right there. You can see his name. maybe.
Yep.
So, yep, there it is. It's sent. So, I do not know, Mr. Hegseth, but he sees that and acts on it, because that's sadly something that I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot about it, especially from people in the Navy, ever since they started letting women serve with men on ships and stuff. I've heard that escalated some things.
Mhm.
I have heard about it in the Air Force, but not. I don't.
Oh, it's bad in the Air Force.
I don't talk to as many people from the Air Force.
Except for me.
Well, you and
We had a. I don't mean to interrupt. We had a chief master sergeant actually go after staff sergeants, and he got in trouble finally. But he was in the headquarters AFMC, and he lost his position and lost his job.
as he should have, and he should have
Yep.
been court-martialed and thrown in jail.
Yep. I don't know if he is in jail or if they just retired him.
Well, that's retiring him is just like fucking church, the Catholic Church, moving a priest to a different place.
Yeah.
He's still a predator, and he should have been treated like one.
Yeah, I'll have to find that story and share it later.
Okay.
He may have gotten prison time. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been a while.
And I'm going to guess that your chicken wire fence is probably getting damaged at the bottom. One thing that you can do to help prevent that is dig a small moat, if you can get a trench digger, that would be great. But dig it down about 6 inches and get a 1x6 or a 2x6 and actually bury it there. And then either hammer good thick staples in place underground and then rebury it. And it makes it harder for the animals to pull up your chicken wire. Just something I learned over the years. So Ryan was saying he had to get up real early yesterday when we were talking.
Yeah.
And so Mom wakes me up at midnight, make sure I'm taking my meds because she knows I had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Are you going to call Ryan at 1 a.m.? I'm like, "I wasn't planning on it. Why?" She said, "Well, because he said he had to be up by 1. And I'm like, "I didn't think he said he had to be up that early, but okay." Well, here he had traded spaces with somebody else. So he didn't have to be up till 5, and Mom called him and woke him up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, shit.
He's like, "It's my fault, Nana. I forgot to call and tell you." So, and then she was talking to him at 6 o'clock when I got up, and then Katie was up because her arm was hurting her, so I gave her some Tylenol on top of her pain meds that they gave her. And him and her were talking when I came out. I put Lilo and Stitch on for her, and then came out here and I'm hanging out with y'all. So I'm sure she's back to sleep by now.
Yeah, she hasn't texted me back, so.
Yeah, she's a little cranky Frankie at the moment.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm starting to look like Frankie with the scars." I said, "You got a long way to go, kid." I said, "Now me, I do look like frickin' Frankenstein."
Ooh, you got a cut on your ear, and I just took off the scab. Whoops.
Oh?
Yeah,
Which
I
baby?
didn't realize.
Brady? He's like, son of a bitch.
I think he was scratching his ear too hard, and his claw got in it.
That's possible. Or somebody bit him.
Or no, Simba could have gotten. Oh yeah, he's bleeding. See, it's a little bit of blood.
Oh, poor puppy.
But either it's more than likely Simba. She likes to
Play
and
rough.
then hiss. Yeah, she likes to play rough, and then when she gets cornered by Skittles, who just looked at me, she likes to hiss at her. And I was like, "You're playing with her."
Right?
It's like I don't know why you're hissing at her when you guys are playing.
Pika does that shit all the time. He'll walk over and in the kitchen, middle of the floor, JR will be asleep in front of the one heater we have out there.
Yeah.
Completely oblivious. I mean, you can walk past him, he doesn't even know you're there. Pika will walk out, go over, and just flop his ass right on JR's head. And JR wakes up like, what the hell happened? And looks around and sees Pika right there, and well, then it's on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, JR jumps on top of Pika, and you would think that with Pika being as big as he is, he would be like kind of more badass.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of a pussy. Yeah, he'll fight with JR, and JR will get the better of him, and you'll hear Pika screaming.
I just put this Silvax on Brady's ear just to kind of help it heal a little bit faster.
Nice. And then you'll hear him take off back the hallway, and then Cinder will start chasing him and chase him under the damn bed, and that's when you'll hear Pika start hissing. And I'm like, good grief, man. Three
Like,
rings.
you're the one that started all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got Fluffy on you?
Yep, I got Mr. Fluff. He's been here almost the whole time.
Aw.
He missed me yesterday. I wasn't out here almost at all. I came out before we left. Grabbed my laptop and stuff and took it with me yesterday. I was going to do some work in there, but I didn't get a chance to do anything. I'm still trying to find some grants and stuff like that for us. Try and get some money and help us get some stuff done. I'm wanting to get a table, booth at a couple of different shows this year.
Yeah.
So I can get our name out there. But it takes money.
Yes, it does.
And if I can get money from the government to do it, okay. I'll take that and use it. Put it to
Yeah.
unlike these ones that are freaking money laundering schemes that are just funneling it back to the Democrat. That bugs me.
Yeah. So Brady did this a couple of times. You know how I told you that he, like, if I move just slightly and he rolls off?
Uh-huh.
And then meows? Yeah, he did that a couple of times last night. I moved just slightly. And he fell off.
That's kind of
And he
fun.
starts, yeah, and then he wakes me up, but cause I hear it because it's right next to me. I'm like, Brady, are you okay? And he's like, meow, meow, meow. It's like, shit.
Oh, Fluffy heard you. Did you see him pop up?
Yeah, Simba heard me and started coming over to me. That's why I started laughing.
Yeah,
Come here,
Fluffy
Simba.
heard you. His head popped up real quick, like, huh? What? It's okay, my Fluff. Yes, it's okay. I can't believe it. The electric has stayed on in the shed and garage for 3 days straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to see if it can hear me again. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, yep. He heard me. I saw his eyes open.
Yeah. He's a turd.
Yeah.
But
I only do that because I'm being a jerk.
uh,
Hi, Skittles.
sometimes I wonder if he's deaf because he ignores me. So now at least I know he's not deaf.
Yeah. Skittles. Come here, Skittles. Hi, Simba. Brady.
Does it feel good, huh? Does it feel good?
He's like, oh, yeah. You got spots. Hi, Brady.
Yeah, I thought, holy crap, the movies must have played all night on Discord, right?
Yeah.
Because there was one person still in the room, and I'm like, okay, cool. Until I got out here, and the laptop's on the freaking floor, and I pick it up, and Animal Farm had fallen asleep in the room, and it had disconnected the movie was still playing on the laptop. It was playing Jurassic Park: Lost World, but it stopped playing in the Discord room. I was like, son of a, because I had a really good lineup last night. I mean, it started with Rose Red, which I know is long,
Yeah.
but it's a really good movie, even if it came from a Trump deranged lunatic.
Yeah. You know what's funny, though? I had a nightmare during the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That could be rough, I guess. You know, waking up in the middle of a movie from a nightmare, and it's bad as a scary kind of movie.
Yeah, but it was towards the end, and I knew it was like, uh, it was actually right when Annie was, they were, the lady that does the scribble.
Mm-hmm.
I watched from that point on, and then, um, once the ending came, or like the credits went through, I fell back asleep, and, I heard the start of the next movie, and I woke up during that for like a quick second and fell back asleep, and I passed out hardcore
Well, I'm glad you needed a good night's sleep.
after the night before. Yeah, gratitude journal. I need to do that.
I should start doing that.
Yeah, I've got. This is what I have, Chris.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. That's what I got. It's a hardcover. But
Awesome. So I bought Mom a book for her birthday. Her birthday's coming up on the 24th of this month, and she's been wanting this.
oh, nice. Yeah.
It's 25 books in one. So it says 800 plus natural remedies. So we're actually going to go through some of this stuff. And it says 20 plus hours of Dr. Barbara's teaching videos are included. So we'll go through some of them as well. I'll post a lot of this stuff in the Discord under survival. If you're on the Discord and you're not taking advantage of the survival channel, you are missing out on a lot of really good information that, if and when the shit hits the fan, can really be the difference between life and death with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And this is stuff that you should be teaching your kids and your grandkids as well, so that they know. We also have the book The Lost Ways, which has really good stuff in it as well. So, yeah, good stuff. So, oh my. I think nobody's chatting with us anymore.
Yeah. It's been going between 6 people and 9 people.
Well, what's up with that, people? You're supposed to talk to us.
Oh, daily affirmation. What should I put for that? Holy shit, Simba. See this? She just tossed it in the air.
Well, it could be worse.
She tossed it and Brady's like, what the fuck? And I see it out of the corner of my eye, like big red things flying at me. Make today count.
Like I said, it could be worse. It could have been like when Cinder got mad at me because he had brought a mouse into my room the one night and left it go and didn't catch it again.
Yeah.
And I saw him going after another mouse, and I told him, I said, if you let that go, I'm going to beat your ass. And the next thing I know, he's up on my bed, and I'm like, you let it go again, didn't you? He's like, no, you son of a... Hey, Yeti.
Hey.
Hi, Yeti.
He's like, no, you son of a... And the next thing I know, he shakes his head like this, and I feel something hit me right in the neck, right here. It was the dead mouse. He threw the frickin' mouse at me. Like, here's your proof, you little asshole.
That's fucking hilarious.
If it was the rear end, you got assaulted.
Right.
Yeah, right?
I think he threw it from the tail, so I got hit by the head first.
Not bad for just having woken up, right?
So
I set my damn alarm for the wrong time.
No, you had it for the right time. We started early.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Sure.
forgot.
Yeah, we did.
I have to have blood work done this morning.
Fair enough.
Coming up. So I 7. I've been going out, sister says I don't need.
Oh, hey, Yeti.
Y'all are going in the fridge.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be cold. I got my hair dyed yesterday. Well, I dyed it myself, but yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you see how dark it is now?
Yep.
There's people out there that think I should dye my beard and shit, and I'm like, no, I earned every single hair on my head. Hey, they say women like a silver fox anyway.
Right. Or at least that's what all the animes say.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I don't know about liking the silver fox. Most. Well, I'm just gonna be quiet. I get in trouble when I start talking about dating with me, so.
I get in trouble when I start dating.
Right.
Well, yeah, the last one I picked was fucking nuts, but she lived in Washington State, so.
Funny how that works, right?
Oh, man. Stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I put on Rose Red last night. Yeah, that's what they watched on the movie room.
Oh yeah, I popped in there for a second. I thought about jumping in. I was like, nah, I should probably just go to bed. Or try to, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on another Discord channel that I'm on, we were talking about my cat's got a Boo, the outside cat,
Yeah.
had got a blue jay the other day. And over on Common Sense, Jeannie, I've known her for over a couple of years now, came back and said, "So sorry about the blue jay." She said, "My cat started doing that when we moved here. They have gotten squirrels, a baby rabbit, and several different birds. It breaks my heart." I said, "Oh, I'm not upset about the blue jay." I said, "They're assholes." I said, "They just got taken out by bigger assholes, aka my cats." But no, the blue jays up here, they chase everything else away. So I don't have a problem with that being taken out. Again, I think the big news today is still going to be on tariffs. China is starting to fold, I believe. They just called a big meeting with Winnie the Pooh. He's afraid at this point that people are going to start revolting against him. People are losing their life savings.
People are losing their lives.
Yeah. So it's going to be. I mean, I thought that maybe COVID would have been the thing that broke the camel's back over there. No, they went through that and left it go.
Yeah.
But they were still making money doing e-commerce, so they didn't care. But yeah, now she is definitely afraid that he's going to get the Marie Antoinette haircut. Take a little off the top. Oh, we'll just go down to your neck.
Hey man, girls just want to have fun.
Right?
Right?
Oh my. So
I'm thinking if I ever made a movie about her, I'd probably have to throw that song in there at some point.
That's the part where she's saying, "Let them eat cake."
Let them eat cake. And girls just want to have fun.
I mean, if you think about it, it's the same elitist bullshit that we deal with now.
Oh yeah.
You see all these celebrities who are like, "Well, life isn't that bad. I can still afford to live." Yeah, well, you got millions of fucking dollars, you asshole.
Exactly.
If you want to, you sit here and talk all this shit about, how the poor need money, why aren't you donating? Why aren't you giving them money? You've got multiple millions of dollars. Why can't you change somebody's life and help them become an entrepreneur and start a business with their dream and help them come out of
because you will own nothing and you will be happy.
Well,
fucking
somebody
bullshit.
might, won't be me. I'm gonna be that.
Notice they never say we will own nothing and we will be happy.
Nope, because they want to be like the Capitol from the Hunger Games.
They want to own what we don't own.
Exactly.
Oh.
Is there anything else that you guys have seen on that you want to talk about in the news?
Oh, what do we think about this Real ID? Wasn't that a Democrat idea? Didn't that start out with the Democrats?
I think so.
I think so. I think it's stupid.
I mean, I was talking to my buddy. He's got it. He had to get it because of where he's at in the military. But I don't know. I can't really make my mind up about it. I guess I need to look more into it. He said it's just like a star on his driver's license.
Yeah, it's
It
for.
is.
Go Jane.
It's so you can travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I think is stupid because we've used our IDs for so long. Why do we need to make it a real ID just to travel?
Well, here's what they're trying to do. This is what the Democrats used to stand for.
Okay.
The Democrats realized that illegals were coming in the country. They were getting issued social security numbers from certain states, which were allowing them to get driver's license. Well, the driver's license were giving them access to travel wherever they wanted in the United States, flying wise, which
Okay.
created a security risk.
Right.
This you have to show your birth certificate. That's a requirement. You cannot do this without a birth certificate.
Okay.
And I think the other thing is you have to have a piece of mail that has your address on it or something like that, something along those lines.
Well, if
And
that's all, I guess that's fine.
and yeah, it's basically that's what it's for is to it won't replace a passport, like you can't use it to travel to other countries, but it's
Okay.
for to keep. It's supposed to help with security in our country with on buses, trains, and planes. You will not be able to travel on any of those transportation things once this goes into effect, unless you have a real ID or a passport.
Okay.
Elmo says it's harder to counterfeit. I think. Well,
I don't
I'll
know.
try.
Does it come with any significant price point?
It's. I think it's like 40. Let me see here.
I'll be right back.
I meant to look it up yesterday. Okay. But I got lazy. Well, I didn't get lazy. I started working on that mailbox.
So in Pennsylvania, it is a one-time fee of $30 plus your normal renewal fee of
Oh,
$39.50 for a 4-year non-commercial driver's license.
a whopping 50-cent discount.
So, well, no,
That's
so
all right.
it would be $70 to get it.
Okay.
Which
I
is
guess
why I
that's
don't have
fine. Assuming a healthy economy, anyway, which we're headed towards.
And here's something for all the people in Pennsylvania who argue with me about, oh, we shouldn't have voter ID in Pennsylvania because those with low income can't afford to get a license or an ID. Bullshit. In the state of Pennsylvania, you can go and get a free ID at any driver's license center. So, yeah, that just blows your idea that idea out of the fucking water, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like they've got a video of a guy walking around Harlem asking black folk if they know where the driver's license or where the DMV is. Oh yeah, it's on the corner of. Yeah, same answer anyone else would give, regardless of their skin color.
Oh, it's hilarious when they realize, when you're talking to somebody who is black, and you sit there and say, "So, do you have do you know where the DMV is, or do you know where you go to get an ID?" And they're like, "Yeah, you just go to the DMV or whatever." And they're like, "Do you know that some people think that you're dumb enough that you can't get an ID?" And they're like, who thinks that? And then you pull up a video and start showing them all the Democrats who are saying that they can't get IDs. And they're like,
They don't know how to work the internet.
holy shit, they're like, that's racist as hell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you want to call us the racist ones.
And then follow that up by showing him Charlemagne the God being asked, you didn't have a problem when Joe Biden said you weren't black if you didn't vote for him? Oh, well, I didn't really think of it that way. How else can you think of it? Dude's a fucking poser.
So Skipper already shared my my reply to his X post about the culture in the armed forces. If anyone else would like to forward it, let me share it with you here. Because that's not the one I want. Sons of bitches. There it is.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Copy the link. Go back to Screwtube.
Screwtube. Oh, I screwed my tire the other day.
Hey, that's not
Oh
bad.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think your
How'd you
tire
do
was
that?
screwed.
Put a screw in it.
Good job.
Well, I ran over a nail or something, and it didn't stay. So I just went into the dollar store, bought a pack of screws, and just put the biggest screw it had in there till I could go get it patched.
Buy your own patch kit and do it yourself.
Normally, that's something I normally would have done, but I'm just too broken to
No, I get that,
do
but
that anymore.
yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, I took and posted that link to my post on X. So maybe we can get some traction with that. I've tagged Pete Hegseth in it. So
I like him. I really like him. I think he was probably the best pick possible for that.
he's doing a good job. He's not up in the top echelons of the brass. So he's not one of those that, think he thinks like the ones underneath the generals who are actually still have some common sense among them.
Yeah,
That's not to
things
say
like
all generals. That's not to say that all generals don't have common sense. But I mean, when you sit here and you go through some of the shit that they're pushing, and you just like, how does this make the services better? And you're going through, it doesn't. It makes it worse. It's causing division within the services, and that's not how the services are supposed to be. The services are supposed to be a family that works together to protect each other and us.
Yeah.
And you're seeing all this shit of, oh, we're going to promote this person because of his skin color or their sexuality or because they're a woman, and instead of doing it by merit. Do not get me wrong. If a woman can do it, and to the same regulations that a man does, I don't agree with lowering the standards. The standards are there for a reason. And so if a woman can do that, I will be happy for them and I will respect them just like I respect anybody else.
Yeah,
Yep.
I personally don't have a problem with it because there are obvious physiological differences. Big word, sorry. But
Big word, don't know.
but I just honestly, I think we ought to, aside from the new army bullshit, obviously, I think that should go, and everything else should stay the same.
Shark
They
attacks
won't
need to
see
come back.
combat. They shouldn't see combat, and with the lower standards that are in place currently, that's good enough for them to do their daily job.
Morning, Jay.
Jay.
But yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think that the army needs to bring back the shark attack in basic.
Oh, it's there. Trust me, it's there.
When we watched the video, they said that they took it away. They weren't doing
Yeah,
it.
they also said you got those cards when I went in. They were saying you get those cards that you hand it to them and they can't fuck with you for an entire day.
What?
And oh
Really?
yeah, no, they didn't exist. I was dead set, and I probably got put under the worst drill sergeants I possibly could have. Actually, there were two Jacob Joneses, and I jumped up as soon as I heard it. Turns out it was supposed to be the other Jones. I was supposed to be in the other company, not company, platoon. But I was dead set. If they handed me one of those cards, I was going to rip it up on the spot. I wasn't going to play that fucking game.
Jay said I never got a stress card at Benning.
Stress card. That's what it's called.
So is it a real thing?
No.
I didn't think so. I was like, when you were saying
I mean,
that,
I can't say it never existed, but it did not exist when I went in.
I think that's something that people just say to fuck with people to make them think that they're actually going to get a break some point.
A recruiter probably came up with it. Jay, bonus.
He's calling his staff sergeant friends that's at boot camp going, hey, I told them that they get a stress card that gives them a day off. Wait till they ask for that, and then I want video of when they ask for that card.
Fresh meat.
So, but I agree with the premise that whole thing is built on. You break them down, break them
Yes.
of their bad habits, and then you proceed to build them up as a team.
Exactly. And that's what was missing from my basic, AIT, and first duty station. I went to basic. I got broken down. I went to AIT. I got broken down some more. I went to first duty station, got broken down even more, and eventually pushed out over bullshit that everyone else was getting waivers for or wasn't an issue to begin with. That said, I ended up at the, or at least everyone said it was the worst unit within the worst post out of all of them in the Army. I mean, if something doesn't change, I foresee the unit I went to becoming obsolete and getting decommissioned. We already had most of our tools actually came from a company that had the same thing happen to them. They became obsolete and got decommissioned.
Fluff, really?
Oh, so Ryan, I don't get a hello. Everybody else. I'm just fucking with you because he said everybody else did. He said everyone else but me, but I guess I
Hello,
was
everyone,
looking.
but JMO.
Yeah, JMO. My name is JMO.
I almost said, can I get a stress card for regular life, right?
You see my bait ball.
Ryan said, checking in before I head into work. Have a good day at work, bud. Don't work too hard. He says, hello to Jamie. Jay said if I would have pulled out a stress card and Benning, we would have gotten laughter and smoked even harder. Yeah, I can see it.
Excuse me, Drill Sergeant. Do you have any tobacco?
I know, right? Fuck, I need my tobacco, sir.
I've got paper, but no tobacco.
Oh man.
I always snuck out the coffee out of the MREs. I always snuck it off in my pocket, and later I would mix it up with the sugar and just stick it in my lip like a wad of chew.
Interesting. They make them like that now. Ryan showed it to me. He has because Katie started screaming at him. Katie thought that he was doing snuff, and he's like, "No, it's just coffee."
Luckily, there wasn't enough. It was instant coffee, so it immediately started dissolving. But with the sugar added in, it wasn't that bad. It's actually pretty good.
Jay.
But
Jay said
there wasn't enough in there to be noticeable.
Okay, one at a time.
Follow the leader. Or Simon said.
Jay said he didn't recognize you, Jamie. He was like, "Who is this red-haired lady?"
Yeah. Yes, and I've had to die for months and all that good shit. So it was just waiting for me to use it.
Hold on 1 second here. I'll be right back.
No, you won't.
All right. No, you won't. Whoopsies. Oh shit! All right. We bought
hey
fuel.
Eddie, have I ever shown you this picture? That's me, my sister, and my dad. He is a colonel.
Oh, nice.
That was my basic training graduation.
I didn't get to go to mine.
Oh, you didn't? That sucks.
I decided later that it was probably a good thing. My knees were already starting to give me trouble, and I couldn't stand still. I'd be rocking in the middle of formation, and I didn't know why. They didn't care why, obviously. I mean, not like I expected them to. It is basic.
Yeah.
But I ended up on parking lot detail, and that was more fun anyway. I got to sit there and bullshit with the sergeant in charge because she wasn't a drill sergeant, and she let my mom hang around the entire time. We just stood there in the parking lot talking, and then my phone got stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
Piece of shit drill sergeant violated GO1. I will secure my area of operation. He just threw the lock, but we were the only platoon, not company, platoon, who got our phones the day before graduation and had them reconfiscated after the fact. And they sent me out before anyone had woke up for that detail. And then later that morning, he just threw the box open, said, "Have at it," and walked away. And they stole my fucking phone.
Ryan said, "I shaved, came into work yesterday, and the guys told me I look like a fucking Simpsons character." So, do y'all want to hang out and talk for a little while longer while I go get blood work, or do you want to guys want to wrap it up and we'll talk later?
We can go ahead and wrap it up. I gotta.
You got a thing to go for?
No, I gotta go visit the porcelain throne.
Oh well, yeah. We don't need to be a part of that.
Right.
Yeah.
We won't know which end we're talking to.
Right.
You talking shit?
So, but yeah, I'll put something on. Maybe I'll find some cartoons or something to put on the Discord server while I'm gone.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fair enough.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Are we
Later.
doing one tomorrow?
Tomorrow's an afternoon show, 4 p.m. my
Afternoon. Okay, that'll work.
time.
Alrighty. Here, I'll give y'all a goodbye, kitty.
Goodbye, kitty.
Goodbye, kitty. She's sunbathing.
Ah.
They love to do that, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping I can catch that water moccasin sunbathing.
Yeah, that'll work. Make it a lot easier on you.
Oh yeah. We'll see though. All right, y'all. Well, let's get out of here.
Have a good day. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Peace, y'all.
Later. Peace.